Hello students, welcome to Map Adventures. Ami aji eitu lecture 2022 aha unit 1 or question kita solve kori jam. So we start with question number 1A of the question paper. The question was, how many electrons are there in a body if its total charge is 16 into 10 to the power minus 18 coulomb. Okay, so your answer to ami kori jabole ki korim. First of all, the total number of the total charge in the body is equal to 16 into 10 to the power minus 18 coulomb boli dia ase. I denote it by the letter Q. Okay, so now electric charge has a property, fundamental property hetu jane je electric charge is quantized. That means the total charge is always equal to an integral multiple of the electronic charge, but charge that is carried by an electron. Okay, so the total number of electrons, the number of electrons that contributes to the charge Q, hetu uliabole ami simply a total charge to divide karim by the charge of a single electron. So ei E value to eta universal constant hoy. Ei E constant juntu ase, E constant to hol etu ami upor to likhilom agote 10 to the power minus 18 aru jitu constant ase, this universal constant is actually 1.602 aru kiba bi thake, kintu mo pisor khini kati disu amoi akol 1.6 boli losu. That is fairly accurate. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, that is the charge of a single electron. Okay, so if I divide 16 into 10 to the power minus 18 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, ba moi enake likhibo paru 16 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by 16 into 10 to the power minus 20. Okay, so this is equal to 10 to the power 2 thakibo ba ami etu 100 will likhibo paru. So the number of electrons that will result in a total charge of 16 into 10 to the power minus 18 coulomb is 100 electrons. Okay, so this is the first question. The answer is 100. So next question juntu asile, the next question was question number 2A. Yet amak electric field lines draw koribole koise. Draw the field lines between two charges plus Q1 and minus Q2 when another charge plus Q is placed between them in a straight line. Okay, so enoko hoise yar যেটো সলিউশন আছে এটো একচুয়ালি আমি ড্র কৰিব লাগিব. ইয়াত মই এটা চার্জ লৈছো, এটো প্লাস Q1. okay, so this is my plus Q1 charge and then মই এটা minus Q1 charge এফালে লৈছো. পয়েন্ট চার্জ হিসাবে মই দেখাইছো minus Q2 and এই যেটো স্ট্রেইট লাইন আছে জয়নিং দিস টু চার্জেস, এই স্ট্রেইট লাইনটোৰ মাজত এটা plus Q charge আছে, এটো plus Q. okay, so আমাক ম্যাগনিটিউড কিটা কথা একো কোৱা নাই যে এটো কাৰ ম্যাগনিটিউড কিমান আছে কিমান নাই, সিম্পলি আমাক চার্জ কিটাৰ নোটেশন দি দিছে, মানে plus Q1 plus Q2 minus Q2 and plus Q বুলি. তো এতিয়া ইয়াৰ ফিল্ড লাইনস এটা কেনেকুৱা হ'ব, আমি ইলেক্ট্ৰিক ফিল্ড লাইনস বোৰ জেনাৰেলি যেনেকৈ ড্ৰ কৰোঁ. সো স্টার্টিং ফ্রম কালার অকমান বেলেগ এটা কালার লৈ লৈছো. okay, then from Q1 ami Q2 loge enake pam. Electric field lines always start from a positive charge and in a negative charge. so ekita enake jabo অকমান বেকা হল, সরি. বাকি যিকেইটা আছে বাকি কেইটা কি হ'ব আৰু এই ফলৰ কেইটা কি হ'ব, since এই দুটা আমাৰ পজিটিভ চার্জ আছে, that is they are like charges, so আমি এফালে ইলেক্ট্রিক ফিল্ড লাইনস কেইটা এনেকে পাম, they will repel each other. so plus Q যোনটো মাজত আছে তাৰ পৰা এনেকে ওলালে আৰু ইয়াৰ কেইটা এফালে যাব. okay, এইটো আৰু পিছফালৰ কেইটা এনেকে যাবলে. so whenever we are drawing electric field lines, এটা বস্তু মন কৰিব যে সেম আমি যেতিয়া রে এটা ড্র কৰোঁ এটা ডাইরেকশন দিওঁ. সিমিলারলি when we are drawing electric field lines আমি ডাইরেকশনটা দিয়াটো দৰকাৰী হয়. হল without the directions these field lines are not complete. Okay, so a field lines or direction ami enake simple arrow dikine diu. This is the complete diagram. Aru efale moi jodi enake complete koribole jao tetia hale ami efalar pora enake aru additional ketaman banai dibo paru ekita enake hobo. Okay, okay, so this is the answer for this question number 2a. So our next question juntu ase, next question to question number 2a second option to hoy, that is calculate the electrical force between two 1 coulomb charges placed 100 cm apart. Well, that is 1 meter apart, and given epsilon naught equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb square per newton per meter square. Mention two smaller units of C. Okay, so apni etia prothom ta jikita given quantity ase hekita note korilo hol. Given देखो both charges are equal, so q1 and q2 both are equal to 1 coulomb given, and the distance between them is equal to 100 centimeter. So this 100 centimeter translates to 1 meter in SI system. Okay, and the epsilon naught or universal constant is given to be 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 done coulomb square per newton per meter square. Now to calculate the force, it's very simple. Ami coulomb's law juntu ase, coulomb's law to hetue pao the force between two charges. This is 1/4 pi epsilon naught into q1 q2 by r square. All the units are all the quantities are in SI unit, so our problem nai. Ami a2 value kita bahai diu 1/4 into pi jagat 3.14 lobo pare or pi jagat ami 22/7 lobo pare, however you wish. Moi jodi 3.14 le calculation koru tetiale 3.14 into 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 into q1 is 1, q2 is 1, and r is also equal to 1 square. So amar yat thaki gol okol 1/4 into 3.14, that is 4 pi into 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12. Okay, Newton. So a 1/4 pi epsilon naught juntu ase yar value to ahe 9 into 10 to the power 9. So the answer will be 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. Okay, so this is the first part, and for the second part ami edu koribo paru je amar jetia duta smaller units likhibo koise, ami he duta smaller units enke dibo paru. Two smaller units ami sub multiples lobo paru, that is an option. Je since coulomb is a very large unit, ami tar jikita sub multiples ase mane eta option ase ami enke lobo paru micro coulomb, which is 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb, and the second is millicoulomb or nano coulomb hol. So nano coulomb is 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb hol. So this is 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb and 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb. Ekita actually sub multiples hoy, smaller units buli ami consider koru bahut samoyot. Aru otherwise amar hatot aru ki units ase. In CGS system we have a unit called stat coulomb or ESU, electrostatic unit. Okay, it is written as ESU or stat coulomb, and another unit is always the charge of an electron. Hetuk ami electronic charge buli ko, simply denoted by E, jeto ami olop agote eta question ot kori ahisu, electronic charge. So the charge of an electron is almost mohut samoyat ami hetu eta electronic charge or eta unit hisabe consider koru the charge of an electron, which is the quantum of electronic charge. So that is also considered as a smaller unit of electric charge. Okay, so this is all about the question number 2a second option 2a2. Then we move on to the next question, that is question number 3a first part to hol. The duta option is actually the first to hol. So that in a particular way of combination of capacitors, the equivalent capacitance C is expressed as given below, and name the particular combination. Okay, So a combination যেটো আছে এটো actually এটা standard মানে straight forward derivation হয় এটো দেখিলে গমেই পাইছে কি হ'ব লাগিব ইয়াত আমি কি কৰি আছো আমি suppose এনেকে লৈছো okay now we see that this potential difference V appears across all the capacitors irrespective of how many capacitors are connected all the capacitors will receive the same potential difference okay so now আমি ইয়াত কি কৰো mo proper derivation যেটো আছে গুটেটো mo লিখা না হেটো নোটছত দিয়া আছে ওকে mo simply যিকিটা mathematical steps আছে হে mathematical steps কিটা মই কৰি বুজাই গৈ আছো so the charge in capacitor C1 I denote it by Q1 the charge in capacitor C1 is simply equal to C1 V where V is the common voltage across all the capacitors and then similarly the charge across Q2 will be equal to C2 V the capacitor the charge in the second capacitor and so on going on ami last Qn to pam the charge stored in the capacitor Cn is equal to simply Cn times V okay so this is equation number 1a this is b and so on this is equation number 1 and taluga jabo okay moi enake likhilu so etia ei gute combination to total charge kiman store hoyase the charge stored in capacitor 1 is independent of the charge stored in capacitor 2 it is independent of the charge stored in capacitor 3 so teneke moi jodi goi thakku the total charge stored in the whole combination is simply equal to the combination or sum of all the charges stored in capacitors C1 to Cn so the total charge will be equal to Q1 plus Q2 up to Qn now if I substitute these equations 1a 1b and so on I get C1v plus C2v plus and so on up to Cnv এই গুটে গিটাৰ পৰা মই v টো যদি কমন লৈ লওঁ I have C1 plus C2 plus up to Cnv is common okay so this is the total charge now if I say that suppose my next page goisu if C is the equivalent capacitance equivalent capacitance mane ki hoise if I replace the whole combination by a single capacitor that capacitor should store the total charge q that single capacitor should store the total charge q when the potential difference across it is V so ami hetuke equivalent capacitance boli koisu if C is the equivalent capacitance then we should get Q equal to CV okay I mark it as equation number agoto kiman asile this is suppose equation number 2 and next this one I mark as equation number 3 okay so comparing equation 2 and 3 ami ki paisu CV equal to C1 plus C2 plus up to Cnv simply dividing both sides by V I get C equal to C1 plus C2 plus up to Cn so this is the combination we were asked for etu ahi gol in equation number 4 last tot ami eta bostu likhi dim amar question dia asile je name the particular combination okay so this combination mo naam to koi diu this combination is called naam to gom paise sobe this is called parallel combination of capacitors okay so this completes the answer so this is about question number 3a the first part then we move on to question number 3a second part the second part is mention at least two factors on which capacity of a capacitor does depend ঠিক আছে দুটা ফ্যাক্টর যাৰ ওপৰত capacitance to depend কৰিব then define the unit of capacitance okay second part third part is find out the dimensions of capacitance using dimensions of charge and potential difference okay dimensional analysis or eta part dise okay so ami etu kenke start korim duta factor lage so a two factors on which capacitance depend are one is the geometrical shape of the electrodes hol duta conducting plates thake ba duta conductor thake so amar ihator geometrical shape to kenukwa ase geometrical configuration boli ami kom hol কাৰণ ইহঁতৰ অকল শেপটো ওপৰত নহয় শেপ সাইজ এণ্ড দেয়াৰ সেপাৰেশ্যন হল সেই গোটেইখিনিৰ ওপৰত ডিপেণ্ড কৰিব সো মই সেইটো গোটেইখিনিক একেলগে জিঅমেট্ৰিকেল কনফিগাৰেশ্যন বুলি কৈছোঁ জিঅমেট্ৰিকেল কনফিগাৰেশ্যন অফ the conductors hol we need a pair of conductors so hey duta conductor jitu geometrical configuration hobo tar upor depend kore and then the second thing is the nature of the dielectric between them okay so the next factor is nature of the dielectric hol dielectric between the two conductors he tar upor depend koribo so ei duta hol amar broadly ei duta factors upor depend kore then the second part of the question is define the unit of capacitance so a unit of capacitance to define koribole ami capacitance er jitu general form ase he general form to pa jao hol q is equal to cv eto amar general relation to hoy so ei apra ami ki dekhu from here we have c is equal to q divided by v q is the total charge stored in the capacitor and v is the potential difference across the capacitor okay now if V is equal to 1 volt moi SI unit ot goi asu dei general nai kwa then Q is equal to suppose 1 coulomb all then we have C equal to 1 unit ठीक है so ami ei yar para kenake define koru ei jitu mathematical condition ami impose korilu yar para ami definition to uliao definition to ami ebuli diu je the capacitance of a capacitor is said to be 1 farad so ei jitu 1 unit ase ei 1 unit to amar actually 1 farad hoy the SI unit 1 farad if it stores 1 coulomb charge under a potential difference of 1 volt okay so this is the definition of 1 farad find out the dimensions of capacitance using dimensions of charge and potential difference so etu amar next question to hoy mon next eta notun page ot jao amar relation to asile enekwa C is equal to Q by V okay so the dimension of C is equal to ami eneke jam dimension of Q by dimension of V now this dimension of Q is simply AT where A is the current and T is the time okay and then the potential difference by electrostatic potential or jitu dimensional formula hoy etu hol m l square t to the power minus 3 minus and a to the power minus 1 okay so yak ami simplify kori anile it becomes m to the power minus 1 L to the power minus 2 T to the power 4 and A to the power 2 so this is the dimensional formula for capacitance all the dimensional formula of capacitance using the dimensions of charge and potential difference okay so this is the second part okay so these were the questions in the 2022's question paper from unit 1 we will be back with the solutions of other questions in 2022 and the previous papers goodbye for today